Okay, my name is Mauricio Chavez and he's Ivan, and we're going to talk about a problem that affects all of us, which is migration. And okay, Ivan, do you know someone who has migrated from their home to a new city or country?
Yeah, I do know some people that have migrated from another city or country, and it's been for various reasons. No, maybe for like a conflict, like a city conflict or a country conflict. And myself, I was moved from Veracruz to here Irapuato, just because of my mother's work, and that's just the reason.
Okay. So, how do you react when you see a Central American immigrant in the streets?
Well, it's like kind of a mixed feeling because you know, like they are in a very poor condition. They're like in very poor conditions, but you can't really know their context. You know, they can be here just because their family lives here, or maybe they are because they are like immigrants that are like in very marginalized conditions and they have to go and search for new opportunities.
And on the other hand, how do you react when you see European or North American immigrants in the streets?
Well, this is like kind of complicated because like the past question was literally just saying about Central Americans, and you can see like the comparison that the society has when viewing certain types of people, and usually have the stereotype that Europeans and North Americans are just here in Mexico because of like just vacations or something, but actually they can also have like some of their problems. They can have some economical problems on some like in search for new opportunities.
And do you think that there should be borders in the world?
I think borders, like specific like borders in places should not like be. They should be physically there, but they should not be like legally there. You know, like if a refugee or something comes to another country, they should be like given the access to come into that country. Especially because there's a lot of current global conflicts. You know, there's like Middle East like conflicts. There's Ukrainian conflicts. There's also a lot of like economical issues in Central America. So it is important to not have like these legal borders in order to provide new opportunities to people.
And do you agree with the immigration policies of Mexico?
I personally don't really know the policies, but I hope people are getting more opportunities with better laws. And so, Chavez, I am now going to ask you these same questions, and so you can reflect on a little bit of this topic. And do you know someone who has migrated from their home city to a new country?
Actually, when I was kid, I came from a city that is named Abasolo, and now I'm here in Irapuato, so that's kind of migration, and was because of insecurity. So yes, I will consider me a migrant.
Yes. And now, how do you react when you see Central American immigrants in the streets?
It's kind of complicated because I feel bad for them because I know they have problems and they're here because of the problems on their country or on their other cities. But I think sometimes we need to be careful because their economic problems or political problems can affect their necessities, and this can affect the security on the city.
And on the other hand, how do you feel when you see an European or North American immigrant in the streets?
Okay, it's weird because we know that in other countries like United States or Europe, they have more opportunities usually, and we think that the migrants here are here just only for work, to check something, for vacations. So I think we look at them with different eyes.
And do you think that there should be borders in the world?
Actually, well, it's complicated because borders uh, can affect a lot of the countries because I think it can affect more of the more developed countries like United States or I don't know, European countries because they have like more money on them, and yes, it will change their security, their economic income, and a lot of things. So maybe for the world it will be good, but for the persons who live there, it would not be that good.
And do you agree with your country's immigration policies?
Actually, I don't know a lot of the immigration policies here in Mexico, so I can say a lot of about them. Okay, I think that migration is a weird problem because I know it affects a lot of topics and different. Neither exist a lot of different points of view about this topic, and I don't know. It's weird how money affect the world and the security and all of the of our of these topics.
Yeah, and also migration is like a very, like you say, a very complex topic because there's a lot of like ethical views and perspectives from a lot of different people to consider. Like you have people from the like the country that immigrants are arriving. You have people from the countries that immigrants are leaving, and you also have the actual immigrants. So there's a lot of perspectives, and immigrants change from place to place. Like we say, it's not the same an immigrant from the United States than an immigrant from the Central America or an immigrant from a war conflict in Europe. It's not the same. So it's important to have these ethical perspectives very in mind when we have like more laws and such.
Okay, that's all.
That's all.
Thanks.
Thanks.